Welcome back, fellow mobile gaming fanatics. I'm MyTyme, bringing you another episode of Top Drives, and you have just seen the majority of those rewards that I got from the Sunday. Yes, we'll call it Sunday night, from the conclusion of the event Sunday night, including that Tier 2 carbon fibre and the Bentley diesel from the Urus finals. Now, I was not able to get that car. Yes, I know, I would have loved to have got it. I want to increase my prize car collection. However, I'm a realist. I don't have the resources to upgrade everything and compete in every event, and those German events are not going to be my strong point. So we've got some fuse material, we've got some cash now, which is really good. We've got a challenge coming up. I thought, let's start off this episode by opening the ceramic packs, see if we can get something decent. We're not going to be going for any of those 70s or pre to 1970s carbon fibres. I'll get onto that in a moment as to why not. But essentially, it's not a area of the garage decar that I'm looking to, nothing really, that I'm looking to expand on and work on. So I'm going to kind of just leave that where it is for now. So I went through the first part of the challenge. Okay, the first 5 races were fairly simple. Now, this is the special event where you have to collect the Vauxhall Type 2s. It is the May qualifier. There was a cryptic clue as to what you're going to need, but all of that, I'll worry about that later on. I'll worry about it when we get towards the end. So this was the team that I used to compete so far. Okay, and you can see I had 22 RQ left over, and I'm only using 1 ultra rare, 3 super rares and a common. So it should have been fairly simple for most people to have at least got the first 5 races out of the way, cleared that whole board to get your prizes, and also, let me get rid of these because we have to build a new team, and also get your 10,000 cash. So now we're aiming to try and get that 15,000 cash. Now, without any idea of what the track set's going to look like, we're going to take a 4-wheel drive, does a bit of everything. 4-wheel drive does a bit of everything, just not quite as good. And a twisty car, which will give us 3 1990s for now. We can keep with the 1990s theme really. We've got 2 mediums, so that should be all right. We will go with a twisty, and we will we're going to go a little bit lower to give us a few more points. We're going to go baby twisty, as I'm going to call it, and then we are finally going to go for we'll stick with 1990s. Peugeot, don't get to use you that often, could be fairly useful. Trailblazers, pretty, yeah, we'll try this. There we go. Let's come and have a look. So what have we got? We've got only 1 wet track, so we can change, but nothing particularly hard here as we look at it. So for the wet track, we will throw in, well, definitely for a start, we have to be careful with you. You'll get us in trouble, putting you on a medium street. So we're going to go 1, 2, slalom. We will work here and here. So you can see the track set. If you haven't yet quite made it to races 6 to 10, 2 city streets, 2 kind of tracks, and then 1 wet, a wet track as well. So you are going to bring 2 medium cars with you for this. I said, you'll see here I am using all 1990s, so don't feel that you have to do that. Okay, that was just pure laziness, just because I can and I have enough variety of cars to be able to do that, but don't feel you have to do that yourself. Now we are going to opt to change things a little bit here. We're going to try these 2 like this. We're going to put the roof over here again. We are going to go with, you 2 don't really matter, and this should be another victory. So again, this should be pretty simple. For most people, you should be able to get through these 2 stages as long as you have a few cars without a huge amount of difficulty. Now, what we're going to find later on, and they might do it in these next couple of races, but I'm not 100% sure, because they do usually throw in a spanner, is they'll throw in a car somewhere which gives you a challenge, but most of the time it is compensated by also putting in a car which is pretty easy to beat, and all you need to do is just focus on the other 4 races and just lose that match. Just lose it. Put in a car that's not going to get completely humiliated in it, take the defeat and just make your points up on the other circuits. So don't get too distracted by seeing an ultra rare or an epic car pop up with some pretty meaty stats that you're suddenly thinking, oh, I can't beat this one. You generally don't have to beat all the races, not until you're getting right towards the end, where it's going to become a bit trickier and it's going to test potentially your array of cars in your garage. But again, here, as you say, I can just keep kind of doing the same thing. There's nothing here so far that should give anyone any trouble if you've been playing the game for a little while. I'd say as long as you are around that 100 RQ mark, you should have enough cars to get you up to stage 10, which can be the next stage. So that is 25,000 cash, so it is worth doing. These tickets cost you nothing. It is worth doing, and as we come here, as you can see, nothing to have anyone even slightly concerned. So let's just finish this off. We're gonna yeah, it's fine, no problems. There you go. So that's going to be 6 to 10 completed. Not really that helpful, to be honest with you. It's not been tough. So what it will do though is it will show the cars that are coming up. So if it could be a bit more beneficial for people who are newer to the game. If you've got limited resources and you need to work on 1 or 2 cars, you might be able to see what cars will be beneficial for you to work on. For anyone who's been playing for a little while, so far up to race 10, no issues. Let's come to the event very quickly to see what's going on. So King of the Mountain is still running. Going to put this out there right now. Going to play a match. Really don't care what happens to me because I don't have a good team. My Raptor isn't maxed out. My K5 is being worked on, and I don't have the Colorado ZR2. So without having this beauty here, you've got absolutely no chance of getting in the top 10. And unless you have 2 of them, you probably, well, to be fair, you probably don't need 2 to get in the top 10. But you will see a lot of people as you're higher up in the ranks running 2 of those cars. And if you have 2 of them, you have a very, very, very good chance of getting in the top 10. If you don't have any of them, like myself, you're probably going to have to settle for somewhere around rank 30th. That's why I'm not really playing this. I haven't worried too much about maxing out my K5 and that. Surprised to have won that overall, but it's completely irrelevant. So I'm never getting in the top 10. It is only for a ceramic pack. So this event, it's a bit of a washout for me. So it's a bit of a day off the game really, because when we come to the 70s, you're going to see another event here, which is 100% working against me. So 60s and 70s times 5, 320 RQ. So it looks good, looks interesting. Carbon fibre for top 2 ranks. Good, ceramic pack 3 to 10 looks pretty decent. When we come in and click play and we actually filter out, there are quite a few off-road cars that come up here within the ultra rare, super rare ranks, and you think, oh, maybe I'm going to get to use a few of these, and then suddenly no, that thought crosses your mind. The track set comes up and it's all asphalt, plenty of speed, and you realise that you don't have the Moby Dick because you never got that car. And again, this is another event where you're basically just making up the numbers. So again, I'm literally going to be doing 1 or 2 races just to try and get a win here and there, clear the prize board and move on, because there is no way, Jose, that I can get myself There's no way I can get myself into a position where I can actually challenge for top 10. So the Moby Dick is a key car in this. I'm going to imagine everyone in the top 10 has that Moby Dick. As soon as you move up here, obviously I can't comment on everyone, but I'm pretty sure most of the people in here are going to have that car, or if they don't, they're going to have cars like my 911 maxed out, which again is going to help 3.3, 99 handling. It's going to destroy everything else that I can put at it. So it's another area I'm not going to focus on. Instead, if I load up the game and I play, I'm going to try this open streets. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed because it's given us the red background. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on it. It's given us the red background, just like the Super... this game sometimes. Just like the Super Mix, just like the Rare, whatever it was called, with the blue. You think ultra rares, but when you come in, you see the 250 RQ. That's the equivalent of, you can get 5 ultra rares in here, okay? 5 ultra rares, but it's going to all be 50 RQs, and it's all going to be your worst cars you can possibly put in. So probably not going to be the best tactic for this. Just ceramics up for grabs, so we're not going to really worry about working on any car specifically for this. We have crafted a team that I think is what I'm going to run for the rest of the event. Now, I know there are 2 city street tracks, and I've tried to optimize 2 cars that are good in city streets. I know that there are some drags in here and some fast circuits, so I've kind of gone for a cheapest drag car in the Ghibli SS and a very good all-round decent circuit car in the M6. Now, for those of you who maybe don't have this car or don't know, it doesn't look great. It is low ground clearance, but I can promise you it's got amazing mid-range. Look at the power and torque there for you. Gives you an idea. It doesn't obviously have the top speed and stuff of the top cars, but this is a solid car to do a bit of everything. So it can do the drags or the tracks, and then I'm finishing it off with a cheap track car that will lose, but hopefully not by too much. I think that this is a reasonably balanced team, and I think we're going to see quite a few teams like that. Let's just come in and play Russell very quickly and just see what he's got. So I would imagine it's going to be something quite similar. So 2 city street cars. The good news for us is we can get 2 victories on them. Then we've got a quarter mile and a half mile, well, and a twisty road. So now I have options here. Obviously I'm going to lose wherever I go with Lotus, so I want to try and maximize where I put the M6. As a result, I think the M6 is going to be better off in the quarter mile to get me points, and I think the Ghibli is going to give a fair run against the Corvette. I don't think that half mile is going to give it a chance to overtake Urus. If it was a mile, possibly. So we should just about get that. Yep, just about win that. So that's 50 for the Lancer. Really handy car for city streets. Well, I know the M6 has got no problems there, so that gives us an advantage. We now lose here. We want to lose by less than 100. Okay, that's good. Now, we want this to be just a 50 defeat, which it is going to be. So that's more than fine, because we're going to make up with the last race. And I reckon this is going to kind of be the way it's going to play out for the rest of this event. How long have we got left in it? Let's have a look. What's it about? Okay, just under 23 hours. So yeah, I have tried a few other things. I think for me, this is what I'm going to run with. It might not keep me in the top 10, but I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to see if I can get this ceramic pack, lovely. If not, I'll take the aluminium. I will try and play the tickets. I'm not going to be spending any money on it because it is only a ceramic pack, and I'm going to instead try and keep hold of those resources and get myself in a position to do better potentially in that next event, whatever it may be. So thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you got in the Urus final. Did you get anything decent from your carbon fiber packs? Did you get the tier that you wanted? We're going to be having the next one is going to be straight from the offset. The prelims, the qualifiers, all going to have this new RQ, so it's going to be probably a little bit, I'd say, easy to prepare prepare for. I'm going to hope it's not German. Obviously for me I would prefer a grey exhibition, but I don't think that's going to be the case, and we're going to have to see in a few days time what they're going to drop on us and what we're going to be working on for that weekend. So thank you all, have a great day, and I will see you all soon.